Hello and welcome to Tuesday's programme. I'm David Wood.
And I'm Kylie Pentelow. Coming up tonight between now and 6:30.
Good evening. A man from Plymouth who was a respected lecturer has been banned from working. That's the situation facing Owais Raja, who's originally from Pakistan. He says he's caught up in an immigration nightmare.
Well, he joined hundreds of others at a protest in Westminster today against the government's immigration policy. Jackie Bird is in Plymouth for us tonight. Jackie, quite a complex case.
All right, Jackie, so what have the Home Office said about this case? Thank you very much indeed.
On to other news now. And a third person has been arrested after a man was found dead outside a block of flats in Teignmouth. Police began a murder investigation.
A man has died after a crash involving 3 vehicles on the A38 at Tydeford near Saltash. The road was closed for more than 7 hours yesterday after the accident.
A Dartmoor road was closed after a crash between a fuel tanker and a car. It happened on the...
There's been praise for the fire service after their swift action stopped a fire spreading too far through a row of terraced houses in Plymouth.
Next tonight, how soaring oil prices are hitting the pockets of motorists across the southwest after the price of a litre of unleaded and diesel rose by almost 6 pence in May.
Now, that's the biggest monthly rise in 18 years, according to the RAC. Motorists here are now paying around £3 more to fill up their tanks than they were 5 weeks ago.
Well, in a moment, we'll be finding out why. But first, Ellie Louise Ringe has been looking at the impact on drivers in Truro. Well, for more on this, let's cross to our reporter Max Walsh, who's outside a petrol station in Taunton for us this evening. Max, what's caused this spike in prices?
So, Max, what are the prices like across the region tonight?
So, Max, what's the deal then? Are prices going to stay this high? And the ITV News continues with the national and international stories at 6:30 with more on those rising petrol prices. Mary Nightingale has all the details.
But next on this programme, let's go back to the rising costs for motorists here in the West Country. Parking charges have today been introduced in Dartmoor National Park. The
charges apply at Haytor, Postbridge and Meldon Reservoir. Well, for more on this, let's cross to our reporter Richard Lawrence at Haytor. Richard, just explain why these charges have been introduced then. Lawrence, thanks for that update.
This is ITV News West Country, still ahead before 6:30. It's 30 years since a law was introduced in England which banned the promotion of homosexuality. Section 28 of the Local Government Act inspired huge protests and was eventually repealed by the government.
But now there are warnings the hostile atmosphere that the law created has left a whole generation of people from LGBT community at greater risk of social isolation. As Leisha McNally now reports.
Because it had the word gay.
Tony Openshaw was looking for love at a time when many didn't want him to find it. Tony stayed close to his sister, but she lives abroad. When his mother died, he only found out via social media. LGBT community's fight for equality, 1988 was a kick in the teeth. Section 28 of the Local Government Act banned the promotion of homosexuality.
That was Leisha McNally with that report there. Just a warning for you, if you're having your dinner, you may want to look away for the next minute or so, as neighbourhood officers in North Devon are cracking down on dog owners who don't clear up after their pets.
They've started spraying bright orange rings around the offending dog mess to draw attention to the problem. Bob Cruz has been out on patrol with them in Barnstaple.
Someone there who did it right. Just pick up after your dog. Goodness. Now, how do you fancy taking charge at this picturesque post office on the Lizard? Well, the postmaster of Britain's most southerly post office says he can't retire because he can't find a buyer, and if no one comes to take over, the branch will close, leaving him penniless.
Len Trott is 73 and has run the Lizard post office in Cornwall for 30 years. He's now desperate to find someone to take on the business, as Andrea Bishop has been finding out.
Deserve a break, Len and Linda, don't they?
Yeah,
good luck to them. Mm-hmm.
Right, as you can see, Bob is here, which means it's weather time. It's been getting greyer, it's been getting colder. What's going on?
No.
Bob, thanks very much. Just briefly then, I'm at the Royal Cornwall Show on Thursday, not looking great.
I should take your umbrella.
OK.
I don't think it's going to be windy, I just think it might be a shower.
OK, good advice, thank you.
Right, a quick reminder then of the main headlines here in the West Country this evening. And a man from
And that's it from us this evening. I'll be back, though, with the late news. That's at the usual time of 10:30.
Now, though, we will hand you to Mary Nightingale as the ITV News continues with the ITV Evening News. But from all of us here at ITV West Country, thanks for your company. Have a good evening. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.